Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm just going to do a quick update here with our 2014 coin roll hunting goal. In the last video I did our silver update for 2014, so I thought that I would just show you guys everything that we found with our nickel coin roll hunting between February and May of this year. And what I had done was I weighed it before I set it out here in front of me, and it was kind of tough to get it in frame, but we ended up getting 12.6 pounds of the 99.9% nickel nickels between those months. And since there's 100 nickels in 1 pound, in front of you here is about 1,260 of the 99.9% nickel nickels, and that's all of the pre-1982 nickels, in case you haven't seen our previous video. So with our January results as well, we had 4.4 pounds in January, so that brings us up to 17 pounds so far in 2014. And we set out this year with a goal of 100 pounds of the 99.9% nickel nickels. So right now we're way below the pace that we need in order to reach that goal. And to be honest, I was quite surprised when I had weighed all of these nickels to find that we were only at 12.6 pounds. So right now it doesn't seem like it's going to be very realistic to try to get to 100 pounds by the end of the year. But we talked about it, my brother and I, and we're still going to try to go for the 100 pounds, which means that we need to be a little bit more consistent and maybe even up our the number of boxes that we do week to week. So we may have to get 3 or 4 boxes a week now with our weekly order, and I think the reason for that is mainly, which we didn't account for too much at the beginning of the year, was that our percentage of finds has decreased quite dramatically in the last year and a bit. So right now we're getting about 100 of the 99.9% nickel nickels per box, when typically in the past we would get between 150 and 200. So that just means we're going to have to do more boxes in order to reach our 100 pound goal. But also what I'll do is I'll clear all of these 99.9% nickel nickels out, and I'm going to show you guys the older and more rare coins that we found. So I'll set those up and I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, just finally rolled out all of these older and more rare coins that we were able to find between February and May. These ones are also mainly 99.9% nickel nickels, however they're all before the year 1965 and are a little bit harder to find, so we like to keep them separate and to the side of the rest of our bullion coins. But let's get right into the results. All of the coins that you see here, there's 63 of them, and these are all of our young queen portraits that are not 12-sided. So as you can see here, they're from the years 1964 and 1963, and they have the young queen portrait as you see there in the middle. And we like to just keep these just on the side as well. As you can see, we've only found 63, which isn't abundantly rare, but however, we found that they are rare enough where it makes sense for us to just keep them on the side. So 63 of the 1964 and 1963 Canadian nickels. All of the nickels in the groups here that you see, these are all of our 12-sided coins, and these all have the young queen portrait as well. As you'll see in a bit, there's some 12-sideds, but they're the King George VI coins. Here we have 7 from 1962. We found 13 from 1961. And then we also found 6 from 1960. And then down here we have some from the 1950s. Again, these are all 12-sided with the young queen portrait. We have 2 from 1959, a 1958, and then one from all the way back to 1953. And then going on to the next row of results, these ones here, these are all 12-sided again. However, they have the King George VI portrait on the back, as you see there with King George VI. There we have 3 from 1952, a 1951, 2 from 1950, 2 from 1947, a 1946, There's a Victory nickel from 1945, 2 from 1940, and then lastly we have a King George VI from 1939. And then our last row, as you can see here, these are all of our pre-1960 American nickels that we've been able to find between February and May. Just starting with these first two, we have 2 from 1957, a 1956, a 1955. We have 3 from 1952, 3 as well from 1946, a 1941, so unfortunately no silver war nickels, a 1940, and then lastly, just like with our King George VI nickels, we have 1 from 1939. So not too bad. We like to keep all the pre-1960 American coins that we find, just due to the rareness as well. Hopefully, since they're a little bit older, they can have a little bit of a premium sometime down the road. And then lastly, for our older and more rare coins, we were able to find 5 Centennial Rabbit coins. Of course, these are Canadian nickels, just commemorating the 100 years since Canada became a country in 1867. So we were able to pick up 5 of those, and as you can see, since we only found 5, they're pretty rare, and we had a long streak where we were going without any rabbit coins, and luckily we had some decent boxes back to back, and we were able to pick up 5. And then lastly, I just threw in some of these foreign coins. This is one from the Cayman Islands. Here's one from Jamaica. This one I'm not too sure exactly. I think it said the Netherlands on the back, but I'm not too sure. Maybe somebody in the comment section can let me know. And then lastly, 2007 Canadian dime. So at least a 5% profit with that one. And they never say you can't get rich with coin roll hunting, I guess. So those are all of our older and more rare coins. I hope you guys enjoyed that update. As I mentioned earlier in the video, since we're only sitting at 17 pounds of the 99.9% nickel coins, we're going to have to try to pick up the pace a little bit and definitely try to make a significant run in the last part of the year in order to get to 100 pounds by the end of the year. But as I mentioned, I hope you guys enjoyed the update and enjoyed all the finds that we were able to pick up between February and May. If you guys want to like, comment, and subscribe, we always greatly appreciate that. But that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.